Hello students, in English 327, this is Steve Cramer, Entrepreneurship and Business Librarian, UNCG. I belong with Dr. Yarborough regarding the research you need to do for this class, specifically for the reporting factual information assignment. And today's short video basically walks you through how to do the article research you need to find both scholarly and non-scholarly articles on your topics, including things like citations you'll need to find, making sure you can find the PDFs of the articles, permalinks, and we're going to begin with how to turn your topics into keywords to do your search. But first, let me show you what I'm talking about, specifically going into a database where we find articles such as Academic Search Complete from the EBSCO interface. And we're going to work in a second on turning a topic into a keyword search you put into these search boxes. So for example, let me switch my applications again. Here is my topic. And by the way, there is the research guide I mentioned is linked to from your Canvas shell, or otherwise just note the URL up here on screen. So my topic, how does Facebook enable and encourage extremist attitudes and behavior? I want to prove that or disprove it or just find research on that idea. So I need to turn this sentence into keywords separated with and or. I might use a truncation symbol, a star. We'll get into that in a few minutes. But first off, here's what we need to do. What are the most important keywords from this search? And really, let's just say, what are the two main concepts here? I'm going to suggest that they are Facebook and this word, which means what we got, of course, is Facebook and extremist, or maybe extremism. I mentioned the star already, so if we type in this into the search, which we'll go back to in a minute, then I get extremism, extremists, extreme, any variation on that word root. But let's just start for this for now. One more thing though, what's a broader way of defining this? And I would suggest maybe we want to try this too, to include wider studies of social media's role in encouraging extreme behavior, encouraging people being inside bubbles with strong opinions, etc. So we could try both. We'll try both. Let's try that right now. So I'm going to copy this, go back to our search engine, again, Academic Search Complete from EBSCO, and on the library website, my research guide, it's the first link right there. I have already logged in this morning, which means I did not have to type in this time my campus ID and my campus username and password. But often, well, not often, every time you use a web browser for the first time in that one session, and you're off campus like I am now, you will have to type in that, but you'll see that it's pretty simple. It's just like logging into Genie or to email or to Canvas. Right, Facebook and extremism, or I could also type it in this way. It's exactly the same thing. And we could try other variations on this search. Let's just see what happens. Don't need to stress out about this too much. Okay. And notice that we have 47 hits. That's fine. There's no perfect number. I mean, 0 is too little. 1,000 might be too much to work with, but relevance is the default sorting method. So usually the best articles are on top. And you can see this first one here from the New Scientist magazine. Looks like it's on topic. So there we go, pretty good start. Quickly, other options, I can limit the dates. If I only want current research, I can change this and say I just want 2018 on. And notice also types of sources. And this is pretty important. You are allowed to use both academic journal articles, also called scholarly peer-reviewed articles for this assignment, and also magazines, whether those are like industry magazines or more mainstream magazines, like popular magazines. Just be aware of what you have regarding whether it's academic or more magazine-oriented. And within that, you can have both, as you know, research articles and more editorials, more opinion pieces inside the same journal. In that case, you have to kind of look at the article and decide for yourself, is this trying to sell me some idea, or is it simply reporting facts and research? That's part of your scope for the assignment. I mentioned getting a little broader. Let me try that, social media and extremism. And we'll get now 198 hits. And still seeing in these first few titles here, again, ranked by relevance, that it looks like it's pretty good. So I certainly could look for Facebook specifically, but also look for the broader picture of social media extremism. So main point here, people, is think about your keywords. Don't try just one search and give up. Maybe you got perfect hits and you don't need to move on. That's fine. If so, go ahead and use what you've got. But think about synonyms, think about alternate terms. And again, I mentioned if you want even a broader search here, I can do this with a star and get more hits. So instead of 198, now we got 986. And you can see other variations on this word root extreme, including extreme, celebrities here, and other examples of that, extreme events. And maybe that's a little too broad. Like I don't care about extreme weather events. I don't really care about celebrities unless it's tied to extremist views that they are propagating or promoting. So maybe this is better. Again, point is play around, see what else you can do. Or finally, and then I'll stop my searching examples with this. Maybe I want both. Capitalization doesn't matter. Social media or Facebook and extremism, with or connecting these two synonyms or related terms. So and for two different ideas, social media and extremism, two separate ideas. But for related ideas, social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, I could add Twitter with another or, then you can find articles that have either or both of those words, okay? Most of these cases, the articles here, simply click on the link. There it is, it's very short, not much there. It's fine, but I probably wouldn't use this article. There's just not enough meat there. But if we want to go a little bit bigger, radicalism, hadn't thought about that phrase. Notice sometimes, however, there is no full article. I mean, there's a PDF link here, and for number 8 as well. But if you really want one of these articles and you only see the full text link, don't give up just yet. Click on that link, check for full text. Get a new window. This is checking the library's, I don't know how many we have now, 70, 80,000 journals we have access to. And this tells you we have access to this journal from something called Sage. Sage is a publisher of journals. Click on that link and wait a few seconds. And there's the article with the PDF link. And this, I haven't practiced this before. This is live, random. So there you go. That's how easy it is to open up an article. Typically, if you have a case where you really want an article, you don't find the PDF, email me. My library guide will give you my email link or message me, and I'll be happy to work with you and see what we can do regarding finding that article. All right, a couple more things here. Let me just look at any one of these. Over on the right side of the article view, which is this view, citation option is there. Click on Cite and cut and paste the APA citation or MLA. You get to choose which one you want to use for this class. Always double check what's there, of course, because you have to make sure that's right. It may not be perfect, so it's your job to make sure these are totally correct. This APA citation is correct, except that they capitalize too much. So you don't capitalize anything in the titles except the first word after any semicolon or colon, like lessons, and any proper name, like Facebook. Otherwise, this is good. So capitalization, or sorry, citations available through the Cite button. And also while we're here, you're required for this assignment to show Dr. Yarborough your links. And to do that, you need to use what they call the permalinks. So again, over here on the right side, permalink. And this is kind of hard to see perhaps on your screens right now, but this link includes the library proxy. And without getting too detailed at this point, Library Proxy allows us to log in from off campus and access these articles. Otherwise, you can't because they're behind a paywall. The library is paid for that paywall. Thanks in part to your tuition dollars. Thank you for that. But without the proxy server, you are blocked from off campus. But with that proxy server, you can get in. That's how I got in today and how you're going to get into, unless you're on campus. So use these permalinks or else she can't access the articles. And she'd have to like do a back-end search herself to find it, and that's wasting her time. That won't make her happy. Happy professors don't grade as well or give you as good as grade as, I shouldn't have said that, as happy professors. So use the permalinks here, cut and paste that, put that into your annotated bibliography or wherever it needs to go. And then you'll have a permanent link that Dr. Yarborough can use to find your articles. And those are my main points. So think about your keywords, be flexible. As you saw me try different few combinations, you don't have to get as fancy as I kind of got, but it helps to kind of see what else is out there. And think about and or. Use the star if you have different endings, you want any of those endings to be there. And remember, citations and permalinks available when you look at the full article over on the right side. I think that's about it. So just a reminder as I leave you on the library guide here, the link, of course, was Academic Search Complete right up here in the top left. But notice there's also some backgrounds on evaluating sources. When we meet in person with the on-campus sections of this class, we do some hands-on work with this. There's reminders from the article databases tab about how to formulate these keyword searches, where permalinks are, also in ProQuest if you use that database instead. Some other links you can use. Reminders of types of journals and how to keyword search them effectively, citation guides, and an anti-bibliography guide, including a video I made for another class, but it applies to you as well. And then finally, as I mentioned over here, my name, my picture, my email link. If this is a blue chat box, it's me. I'm logged in right now. I'm not, of course, because I'm doing this video. But if it's yellow, our front desk, our reference librarians, our research librarians will answer you immediately. So use that too if you want to. Scheduling me, etc. So let me know what I do to support you as you work on your factual information assignment. Again, Steve Cramer, your librarian. Good luck this semester and stay in touch. Thank you.